Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that intro was pretty sure the world's first decentralized on-chain contactless retail payment powered by Immersive in partnership with MasterCard. The co-founder, who is Jerome Fowry, he'll be a keynote at the Wave of Innovation in March. That's the XRP event on the Gold Coast in Australia. And it's so interesting because at no time does Immersive hold the funds. And in that case, they used USDC by Circle, settling the transaction with a MasterCard account. And also speaking at the Wave of Innovation, not only John Deaton, but also his publisher, who is also his partner at Brass Knuckle Books. And they're going to share the journey of bringing that book to life. Here is a portion of the prologue, the opening statement that is in the audio version that was just released.
All my life, I've always had to do it on my own anyways. Why should this book be any different? In fact, if we do it on our own, it'll be symbolic of the life that is described within the book itself. But I couldn't do it by myself. Alex was the talent. I said to him, let's launch a new publishing company called Brass Knuckle Books, and Food Stamp Warrior will be the first book launched on that publishing company. I couldn't think of a better ending and a better way for Food Stamp Warrior to go out there into the world than on my own, along with Alex, our own label, Brass Knuckle Books. All my life, it was do it yourself if you wanted it done. And that's exactly what we did here, except now it is my intent that Food Stamp Warrior will not be the only book published on Brass Knuckle Books, that we will publish many independent authors who want to be treated the way they should be treated. It's a fitting way for Food Stamp Warrior, and it's a fitting way for me.
Someone called John Deaton's office the other day saying that Brad Garlinghouse himself had said that he would double the XRP. Without having seen the scam, he replied, it's always a scam. If they ask you to send crypto or want access to your wallet, never think it's legitimate. It will never be. We have an ad that keeps running both on Twitter and YouTube, and it comes up trying to pretend that it's Brad Garlinghouse telling you to send your XRP to him, and he will send the XRP back. Now, I'm going to play it just so you understand what to look out for, because these deep fakes are very scary.
Send a minimum of 1,000 XRP and a maximum of 500,000 XRP to the address listed on the website.
Please stay vigilant, everyone. All right, let's move along. You're taking a quick look at the top 50 by market cap. There are some strong gains while Bitcoin sits just a hair over 37,000. Algo and Link are up 7%. Solana up nearly 9%. Polkadot up 10%. Near up 14%. And look at AVEX Go up 30%. Now, Avalanche does have a lot of builders talking because there's a big event, Dev Connect, in Istanbul. Dev Connect is a week-long gathering of independent Ethereum events to learn, share, and make progress together. And their Twitter feed, or X feed, I should say, is just full of activity. So this is a very active chain. I do have to play for you a fairly new video of Joe Lubin talking about centralization and decentralization. And it's interesting because we have this coming 3-hour recorded phone call that has, I do believe, Vitalik and Joe Lubin on the call. And it's coming from Stephen Narioff. So you'll want to catch this clip that I clipped for you. But first, JPMorgan, their coin, It's handling $1 billion a day in transactions. And they just made a new announcement. They're going to start programmable payments which utilize smart contracts. And they're going to go live with Siemens and later with Cargill and FedEx. JPMorgan is grabbing a tremendous amount of market share. Moonchaser and I went to the R3 Corda Day that took place in Tokyo. I'm going to bring you more detail in the next few days. I had to jump out a little early to prepare for the live stream that took place on X with Wadzpay. And yes, I am going to get their new employee on my channel who is going to be taking care of the token. And we're going to drill down into those tokenomic questions that are still left unanswered. Don't you worry, I will be sure to get those addressed. But Moonchaser, look at her. She had a picture with Bruno Kiscato. He's the R3 Japan country manager, and Fujimoto-san, the representative director and CEO at SBI R3 Japan. Two biggies in the space of R3. She tweeted out that we had met up in the courtyard opposite a bakery, and we both had left behind on the table as we went in to put in our order. And I chimed in just a little bit. This is my orange coin case. And yes, you can leave anything to hold your place. It could have been my phone, could have been my wallet, really, my anything could have been left because it's Tokyo. And I'll tell you, the honor system is like no other country in the world that I'm aware of. Yes, this is Japan. You can leave anything for hours and nobody will touch it. I want to give a shout out to Genfinity. Look at their new website. It's just beautiful. This media company is really becoming quite a force to be reckoned with. And I think it's going to rival CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, and Forecast News very soon. On this auspicious occasion of Diwali, may you be blessed with good health, wealth, and happiness. Happy Diwali to everybody. Let's get to the video with Joe Lubin. I think it's an excellent primer to the 3-hour recorded phone call that is soon to drop from Steven Narioff. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
The Ripple XRP ruling was very favorable to centralized exchanges and wallets and anybody who cares about doing things with tokens. We were concerned that there might be FUD rulings. Gary would wave his arm and declare all tokens officially illegal according to the SEC, and that would be a bit problematic for our business at MetaMask. It wouldn't be catastrophic because we're in nearly 200 countries around the world, and so we would lose a decent chunk of our revenue, but we would continue to operate and we'd emphasize other places. So bottom line, we can, as an ecosystem, we can continue to operate globally and in the US, kind of unfettered, with much more attention to rigor around decentralizing things, because when things are decentralized, then the Securities Exchange and Centralization Control Commission, that's what they're there for. Centralization is something that needs to be regulated, and as long as we design as we should and execute as we should in our ecosystem, then the SEC can't do that much in a sane world now. So that's hope. I and others felt at the beginning of this adventure that we're doing some things that are going to lead to a clash of civilizations. One based on centralized top-down command and control trust, the other based on this new invention, decentralized trust. And and they're the incumbents, and they've got the guns, and but we got the people. The plan, if there was a plan, was to keep our heads down and build and build and build and see how far we can get before they really take notice. And thank you, Sam Bankman-Fried and others. So CeFi essentially made things a little more difficult for us, but
especially recently. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so going forward, I think we knew the clash would come. We knew we had to land the technology in the social legal systems around the world, and it'll land differently in the US versus Russia versus China versus North Korea. North Korea loves the technology, obviously, for their own purposes. I think the way it ultimately unfolds is that we recognize that the old world has cohorts that need to live their lives in the way that they're comfortable, and we need infrastructure that enables that for another who knows how many decades. And at the same time, our technology can make the traditional world operate better, offer more options or opportunities, and we should be free to choose to live our lives more. Doing things in the rigorously decentralized space if we want to, and so those two pathways of existence should operate in parallel, and they'll interoperate, and I think it's going to be fine. So the goal is really to bring into reality a much more maybe ubiquitous decentralized future. And so it's about enabling people and organizations of any size to have economic and political agency. So it's to achieve the paradigm shift to decentralization.